Have you ever wondered how a prisoner became the second most powerful man in the ancient world? The story of Joseph's incredible rise to power in Egypt shows us that God can turn the darkest prison cell into a pathway to destiny. The year is around 1700 BC. In a magnificent palace along the Nile River, Pharaoh, the mighty ruler of Egypt, tosses and turns in his royal bed. Two disturbing dreams shake his night's rest. In the first dream, 7 fat, healthy cows emerge from the Nile, followed by 7 sickly, thin cows that devour the healthy ones. In the second dream, 7 plump heads of grain are swallowed by 7 thin, withered heads. Pharaoh's morning brings no peace. These dreams haunt him, yet none of his wise men or magicians can interpret their meaning. That's when a royal servant suddenly remembers a young Hebrew prisoner who had once interpreted his dream with perfect accuracy. This prisoner's name is Joseph. Joseph's story began years earlier when his own dreams of greatness led his jealous brothers to sell him into slavery. Now, at age 30, he stands in Pharaoh's court, having been quickly summoned from his prison cell. Despite years of unjust imprisonment, Joseph's faith in God remains unshaken. Standing before Pharaoh, Joseph speaks with humble confidence. "I cannot interpret dreams, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires." These words, recorded in Genesis 41:16, show Joseph's unwavering trust in divine guidance. Through God's wisdom, Joseph reveals the dream's meaning. Egypt will experience 7 years of abundant harvests, followed by 7 years of severe famine. The dreams weren't just warnings, they were God's way of preparing Egypt for a crisis that would affect the entire ancient world. But Joseph doesn't stop at interpretation. He proposes a bold solution: appoint a wise administrator to oversee Egypt's resources. Store 1/5 of the harvest during the good years to prepare for the coming famine. Pharaoh, impressed by Joseph's God-given wisdom, makes an unprecedented decision. He declares, "Since God has made all this known to you, there is none so discerning and wise as you. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders." In a matter of hours, Joseph transforms from a prisoner to prime minister. He receives Pharaoh's signet ring, fine linen clothes, and a gold chain, symbols of authority in ancient Egypt. The Hebrew slave becomes Egyptian royalty, second only to Pharaoh himself. During the 7 abundant years, Joseph implements his preservation plan. He builds storehouses throughout Egypt, collecting grain like the sand of the sea. When the famine strikes, Egypt stands ready. People from all surrounding nations come to Egypt for food, fulfilling Joseph's young dreams of leadership. But God's plan extends beyond saving Egypt. This position of power eventually enables Joseph to rescue his own family, the very brothers who sold him into slavery. Through Joseph's story, we see how God can use our greatest challenges as stepping stones to our destiny. The story of Pharaoh's dreams reminds us that God often works through unexpected channels. A foreign prisoner becomes a national savior. Dreams become divine messages, and what seems like a hopeless situation becomes the very platform for miraculous transformation. This ancient story carries timeless wisdom. God's plans often unfold through challenges, and our current circumstances don't determine our ultimate destiny. Just as Joseph remained faithful during his imprisonment, we're encouraged to trust God's bigger picture, even when we can't see beyond our present difficulties. Through Joseph's journey from the prison to the palace, we learn that true greatness comes not from our positions, but from our faithfulness to God's purpose. Sometimes, like Pharaoh's disturbing dreams, our greatest challenges may be divine invitations to participate in God's larger plan for humanity.